Arsenal at home playing against Atletico Madrid for the very first time in history meeting in the UEFA Champions League. I mean, that's incredible. As Arsenal don't hold reach and Atletico Madrid don't hold reach, the two of them have never played in the UEFA Champions League. This is going to be the very first time that these two teams are going to be meeting themselves. It is definitely going to be a cracker. 8 p.m. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Mikel Arteta has faced the press conference today to discuss one or two matters. We're still going to get into that proper. But first thing first is that Arsenal need that maximum 3 points. The reason why I'm saying that Arsenal need the 3 points is not like if Arsenal did not win that game, Arsenal would be knocked out of the UEFA Champions League. Absolutely no. So far so good. Arsenal maintain 5th position on the UEFA Champions League table, while Atletico Madrid are on the number 10 position. That is now 5 people there between these two clubs. However, getting that 3 point of the table, while Atletico Madrid are on the number 10 position. That is now 5 people there between these two clubs. However, winning that tomorrow game, getting that 3 points will make Arsenal to be at least more confidence of being part of the top 8. Because don't forget, there are still some big clubs to play in this UEFA Champions League. For Arsenal, there's still Inter Milan and there's still Bayern Munich. So I believe for now, Atletico Madrid now still kind of soft banana where these two clubs did. So I feel like winning that is very, very important for Arsenal to maintain a very good spot come 8 p.m. Arsenal fans, trust me, you don't want to miss it. Anyway, real quick, before we get into Mikel Arteta's press conference right now, Mikel Arteta did not really say much. They first of all asked Baba about, how he felt about that win against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Mikel Arteta said he's very happy. The 3 points is very important. He said although there are 1 or 2 places where the team still need to improve, but the most important thing is the 3 points, and they are happy. Anyway, that's that about that. Moving on injury update. Mikel Arteta said everything still remains as usual. Piero Hincapié is fit and is ready to take on that game. I'll be expecting to see Piero Hincapié through. The injuries still remain the same. There is no casualty in the game against Fulham. Glory be to God. Hallelujah. Moving on, they asked Mikel Arteta about Diego Simeone, and the Baba said he's going to be meeting him for the very first time. I mean, it's so amazing how the part of these two clubs has not crossed paths since 2018. That was the last time Arsenal played against Atletico Madrid. That was in the semi-final of Europa League, and Atletico Madrid went on to win it that year. And since then, since Mikel Arteta has become a coach, his path has not crossed Diego Simeone's path. However, about Diego Simeone, and he said Diego Simeone is an incredible coach. He has spent about 14 years at Atletico Madrid. It's not easy. He must have been doing something special for him to still remain their coach for this long. And he said it would be nice to meet. And on the final note, they asked Mikel Arteta about, is he hearing the pundit and different platform coming outside to say that Arsenal are the favorite to win the Premier League this season. And Mikel Arteta said, sure, everybody wants to win the Premier League. He himself would be happy to win the Premier League, but they are not distracted by all of those noise. He said all of those outside noise, they are not moved by it. What he's just concerned about is, the fitness of his players, to know if his players can take on the next game, the mentality of the boys. That is the most important one for Mikel Arteta. Big thumb up to my man. Now, moving on now. In that game is not going to be as simple as a lot of us might be looking at it. It is going to be tough. Atletico Madrid, just like I've said earlier, they are like going to war, going to play against a very strong team. They no fear yellow card. They go on rough and do you. The only good news is that they are coming to the Emirate Stadium. They cannot do flow. But that still does not mean Arsenal cannot collect if they lose guard. However, if we are to look at Arsenal performance so far so good this season, it has been top notch, my brother. I have to tell you the truth. It has been top notch. In the last 2 games that Arsenal have played, opposition have not been able to register any shot on target. But we not even talk of goal. Shot on target, say you stand, you play ball, David Raya save him. Opposition have not been able to register any shot on target. Kai, Arsenal, this season and that season, this season and that season, I must not lose guard. Anyway, all the best. My lineup is still the same thing. I don't expect Mikel Arteta to do any rotation come tomorrow, because playing against Atletico Madrid is like playing a war game, because they will come with all of their muscle and their bone and their hair. You know what they used to do now? Giddy. My prediction for that game tomorrow is Arsenal to win that game, probably 1-0 or 2-0. and the lineup should still be the same. David Raya, Timber, William Saliba, Magalhaes, Calafiori. I would have loved to say Miles Kelly, but I think Calafiori would still be okay. Let him just continue with his momentum. Now that midfield, now I can't confuse. I don't know if Zubimendi should start or Rice should start or Merino should start, because if you have to look at these three players, they don't too play ball recently. They travel down to international break, they don't still play ball, you know, things like that. But you know, this is the UEFA Champions League. You can't afford to bench, and you are playing against Atletico Madrid, one of the big teams in La Liga. You can't afford to bench. All the same, I believe Arsenal are gonna get the 3 points. The Gunners family, oh boy, when they ball waiting no good. Oh yeah, I know, we go see 8 p.m. You better don't miss it.